to our second Pinterest Club online. Today we're going to make these cute little gnomes that we were going to make before the pandemic hit. And so this is Herb. And when you make yours, I want you to be sure and name him or her. And then in the comments section, send me a comment of what name you gave your gnome. So this is Herb. So your kit that you may start reserving at 1:15 today will include everything you need for that, and some of it will already be made. This will be your hat, and they're all different colors. Your beard, which you will need to complete, a little bag of rice, a pom-pom for the top of your hat, a wooden ball for your nose, a dollar store sock. This one was actually, people that used to come to my Pinterest Club in person would laugh at me because I always saved everything left over. This was from when we made snowmen a few years ago. This was the foot of the sock. So we're going to use them today to make gnomes. And you'll need a little piece of jute. And this will be your 11-inch circle of fabric for the body. And then you will have your instructions. So, to get started, you will cut your piece of fabric if you're doing this on your own. And I've made patterns for myself. This is an 11-inch diameter piece of paper for your body. The hat is kind of this weird shape. There's a short side and a long side, and then the rounded. So I've got one here to show you how to fold it. It takes some figuring out. So you start with these two ends and you start rolling it tight at the top, but not so tight at the bottom. It's hard to do it when you're not on the table, but anyway, it ends up like this, and you might have to trim it a little bit when you're finished. Then you will take your hot glue gun and you will dab some hot glue up here at the top, and then maybe a couple in the middle, and then down here at the bottom. Be sure and use, I like to use clothespins to clip it to help the glue dry so it doesn't slip once you've got it where you want it. So clippy clothespins are handy. So that'll be your hat. There you go. And then you'll fill the sock with your rice. I'm losing my nose here. It's rolling across the table. So you'll fill it about 3/4 full. And I needed a cup to do this, but anyway, if I make a mess. But yours is in a little baggie, so you can just pour it in. You can see it start making a little ball there. not going to fill it all the way. You'll get the idea. So you'll have it, you know, pretty full. You'll want it more than this. Then you'll take your piece of jute and you will tie it really tight around the top. Now you're going to have some left over. You can just cut that off because you don't need that. Save it. You might need it for something else though. And then you will take your circle, and you'll need a needle and thread, and your thread should be double. If you sew much, you know what that means. It means you double the thread and tie a knot in the end. And then you just go around about 1/4 of an inch around the whole circle, and you make big stitches. Doesn't take long at all. You can do this whether you're a sewer or not. It's not hard. You just go in the fabric, go down and around and through the other side. It's just, get it where you can see it. It's not hard at all. When you get all the way around, dropped my needle. There we go. We're all the way around now. I had some of it done before I started today. Then you will take your sock filled with rice. And you'll put it inside that circle. Kind of try to center it in the circle. And you will carefully pull your thread tight so it looks like this. So it's just kind of like that. Now yours will be fuller because you'll have more rice in your sock, but I didn't do that. And then you'll want to just kind of tie it off really well, really tight. Double knot it. And then I take a little dab of hot glue. Cut your thread off. And take a little dab of hot glue and just kind of glue it right there. Glue it around so it's kind of glued in place there. You don't want to lose it. I need a new glue stick. Okay, so now you have the body done. Okay, so now you're ready to put your body and your hat together. Well, first, I'm getting ahead of myself. The beard is next. The beard is fun. You can do the beard while you're watching TV, because it doesn't take much thinking. You just have to be careful. Now my beard, you just use cream colored yarn, 4-ply, and I've already got it made for you. You just have to pull it apart. So this is what you will receive. So you'll take a piece, if you're doing this, if you're going to make another one other than what I've already got for you, you'll have like a piece of cardboard that's like 7, can you see that? 7 inches or thereabouts. You'll start wrapping your yarn around it. You'll want your yarn to try to be the same length, and you'll just keep wrapping and keep wrapping until you get as much as you want with your yarn. Now this isn't very much. The one on Herb over here was a little much. I got a little carried away with Herb there, but yours are kind of medium. So once you get that all fixed, then you will take another piece of yarn and you will tie it around that, and it should actually be the length of your cardboard, but I ran out of yarn. So you'll tie that really tight in a double knot, and then down at the bottom where you've got the loops, you'll take your scissors, clip the loops so it's kind of like that. Okay. Here's the one I got started. So if you want just 2-ply in your beard, which looks nice too, then you will take a strand of your yarn, and I always kind of twist it a little bit on the end to get it started. You'll grab 2-ply in each hand, hold it up, and just kind of let it slowly untwist. There you go. And then you have your 2-ply. Keep them apart. And those two went right back together. Okay, so there's the 2-ply. Now if you want the 4-ply, you'll just take, once again, the 2 in each hand, and you will let them come apart. Like I said, this is easy to do when you're just watching TV. Doesn't take any brains. And then you'll take each 2 and put it 1 in each hand and pull them apart. It's easy to get this tangled up. If you do, just have a little patience and it'll come out if you're careful with it. So this is what 2-ply looks like, kind of curly, and this is what happens if you do all 4-ply apart. It's even more full. So like I said, Herb has all 4 pulled apart on his. I like it that way. All right. So then you put your gnome together. So you take your beard, which I'm going to use this one even though I haven't pulled it all the way apart. And you will start by putting your hat on. So you'll start putting glue around the bottom of your hat, and my glue gun needs to go down in there farther there. Now don't go all the way around yet. Leave a part open, because that's where the nose and the beard's going to connect. And then you'll set that down on your body. And he's going to dry a little bit. And when you're finished, if it doesn't look secure to you, you can always stick some more hot glue up in there. Then you will take your beard, finished, find the place where your glue is not stuck, which is right here, and you will put your glue right in there. Try to get it as far up in there as possible. Sorry, that's how I do my glue gun at home. Stick it with my mouth. Okay. So you stick that beard right up so it's just under the hat, the bottom of the hat. And then you'll take your little ball that's in your, it's a 3/4 inch ball, wooden ball. Put a little hot glue on just a little bit of it. And you will stick that right in there. Can you see that? Okay. So then when you're all finished with that, you also have a pom-pom in your kit. You can hot glue your pom-pom to the top of your hat. Got a little too excited with the glue there. Okay, and then you'll bend it over. I'm doing this faster than you will when you're doing it in person. I'm gonna use a clothespin to flip it on there. Well, that was a mistake. Don't do that. Then you'll bend it over a little bit and stick a little bit of glue right up in here to keep it bent over. Just kind of looks cute. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. This is where you will want to use a clothespin to keep it bent over. Now, when you glue your hat, when it's in this stage and you glue it, you'll want it to sit for an hour or so to make sure your glue is dry. I'm just doing this fast right now. And my little pom-pom isn't staying on right because I'm trying to do it too fast. But anyway, he's turning out pretty cute. Then you'll want to, like I said, you'll have your beard all frilled out like Herb over here. Then you'll want to run your fingers through the beard, and as you can see, there's some hanging down there that's not quite, it's too long. So you just take your scissors and kind of trim it off. Trim his beard so it's all nice and however you want it shaped. If you want it to be scraggly, that's fine. If you want it to be really long, that's fine. I clipped him. Okay, so there you have your little gnome. There's Herb. So in the comment section, please let me know what you name yours and send me pictures. I got a picture last time of the votive and it was really cute. Somebody used actually glitter glue on it, which I hadn't thought of really. So when you finish your gnome, make sure you take a picture of it, post it, and name it, and that'll be fun. You may want to call and reserve a kit. You can start at 1:15 today calling. That's when staff is here. And at Brookville today I'm at Laurel, as you can see in the background. I'm at the Laurel Library. But you can call either library, whichever library you want to pick up your kit from. They'll be available. The gnomes will be until July 10th. So that's the date for the next Pinterest. And with the summer reading program theme, Imagine Your Story, we were going to use a lot of fairy tales and folklore and stuff like that. So I had gone with the fairy tale theme, the gnomes and fairies, and so our next Pinterest will be fairy houses that you can put in a fairy garden. So be sure and tune in for that on July the 10th. I will have my next Cook with Books next Wednesday. I believe that's July 1st. And we'll be making appetizers. So I hope you will tune in. Be sure and tell all your friends that are non-Facebook people that only use YouTube that we are now available on YouTube, and we'd love to have them join us on YouTube and view it there. Be sure to share this with your friends. Make comments. I always like to read the comments, and so I hope you enjoy this. It's really not hard to do, and they're really cute. You can use them as door stops because they have the rice in them. If you'd rather put beans in them, you could do that, but I've got rice in the bags for you. So from Herb and I, have a good day. Have a good weekend, and don't let the Sahara winds and dust get to you. So I'll see you again. Until then, goodbye.